Welcome to iHeart Realty. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the 5 common home buying mistakes. Mistake number 1, starting in the wrong place. So normally when we get phone calls from buyers, they're so excited because they want to go look at houses because they're ready to buy a house.
Or they think they're ready.
Yes, that's the caveat, right?
Yes.
They think they're ready. Well, it's important, first of all, to get pre-approved. And if you don't know what the process of that is, another important step would be to contact the right real estate agent. So that's where we come in. Especially, for those who have never gone through this, we like to guide our first-time home buyers in the process. And again, if you're not a first-time home buyer, not a problem. We'll still guide you through the process.
Exactly.
So what is the process? Get pre-approved.
And something we do here at Waypointe is a buyer consultation.
Yes.
And this is where we actually help massage a lot of those fears, a lot of the doubts, and a lot of the where do I go from here?
Right.
And I literally just had this conversation with a millennial first-time home buyer. So she was really excited, wanted to go see property immediately, and I said, well, let's actually meet first. And we talked and we said one of the first steps is actually getting pre-approved, because how do you know what houses to look for and what price range if you don't even know what you qualify for or what you feel comfortable with?
Right.
So there are times where you may be pre-approved for $300,000, but when you look at the monthly payment, you actually may feel a little bit more comfortable at around $260.
You're right.
So that actually determines everything else. So getting pre-approved is the very first step, and then absolutely working with a professional realtor, real estate agent who actually knows how to guide you through the rest of the process, because it can be a little daunting for first-time home buyers and even for home buyers that haven't purchased a home in quite some time.
In a while,
Mistake number 2 is that many home buyers assume that the only thing they have to come to closing with is their closing costs. Now the problem with this, and we know this all too well, even the contract stipulates that there are other fees outside of your down payment.
Right.
So many times buyers will see that number at the bottom of page 1 and say, oh, is that all I have to come to closing with? Unfortunately, no. There are closing costs, there are title fees, there are the tax prorations, there are HOAs if you're purchasing a home in an HOA community. There are a lot of other fees, even something as simple as turning the water on. Or turning the electric and putting that deposit down, whatever it is that they charge. So it's these lots of little fees that as realtors, as real estate professionals, we actually help guide you through the process and give a breakdown, as does your lender. So they will give you kind of your final outline of what that looks like that you're going to actually come to closing with. So don't make the mistake of assuming or thinking that your down payment is the only thing you have to come to closing with.
Right. Mistake number 3, not using a professional. That's why it's so important to use a reputable real estate agent, because we can connect you with the network of professionals that we have to guide you through the process. Whether it be an inspector, whether it be someone that maybe your home needs to be repaired, a contractor. So again, we can guide you through that process.
Mistake number 4 is using all or most of your savings as a down payment. Now, this is really bad. That means you probably can't afford the house. Because you want to make sure you have that extra money, not just for the down payment. Remember the closing cost. Remember any fixes or things that you want to do to the house afterwards, any repairs, purchasing furniture. So you want to make sure that you guys are saving money before buying a house so that you're not wiping out your savings.
Mistake number 5, getting new loans on your credit.
That's what we want to do.
Don't do that.
Don't do
it. It is so important that you do not open any new line of credit. You do not make any big purchases.
Don't put anything on any kind of credit until after closing. It's very, very important. It happened to me.
And myself as well.
Not
us,
me, but our buyers. And it's just really frustrating when we've shown all these houses, and it's frustrating for you as well. You find your dream home, and you get so excited that you buy a bullet and you buy furniture, and then you realize now you can't close because you either bought that car that you were really looking for and you finally found that deal, and it affects your credit, it affects your loan, your debt to loan income ratio, it affects everything. So don't do it.
Even if you're a co-signer, co-owner, co means you're still responsible.
Don't sign anything.
Don't do it.
So we hope you enjoyed this episode of iHeart Realty. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips, tricks, events, all of this stuff about real estate in Central Florida.